So one of the concepts, actually I got this from Abraham Hicks, that I learned within the last couple of years, right? It's just like your brain is like a radio. And so like you can switch it between stations. So there's like the depressing sad song station. And then there's like the positive uplifting station, and then there's the country music station, right? And then everything in between. So when I was stretching over here, I was just laying there and like I have all these random ass thoughts. Like, and I feel like I get this too when I'm falling asleep, where like I remember as a kid I had this random thought of like, do tigers have paws or claws? I'm just like, where is this thought coming from? And I think that's something that I've gotten more curious about lately, is like, where are your thoughts before they come into your mind? Have you ever asked yourself that? Like, they're just in the ether somewhere. I don't fucking know where they're at, right? But then they come in your mind and you're like, okay, where is this coming from? What does this thought mean? What is this, right? And it's like, if it's random shit, you're like, oh, okay, I'm just, like, when you look at it from a radio perspective, it's like, oh, I'm just switching between stations right now, right? So, like, maybe in the morning you don't feel so great, and then you're, like, slowly moving up toward this positive radio station, and in between there's, like, all these random-ass thoughts, you know, that feel a little bit better than depression, but don't feel quite as good as this positive station, right? But you have to filter through all of that to get to that station. And you get there and you're like, oh, it's a pretty good day today, right? It's just really interesting to look at the brain that way, and to look at consciousness really in that light, because it's like, oh, okay, so I can just tune it anytime I want, to anything I want, right? Makes it really helpful when you're in like a sad mood, we'll say, or a depressing mood, to be like, okay, what am I thinking? Why am I thinking that way? How does it feel in my body? And I think for me, working through it, like moving my body somehow to get the energy out is really helpful. But you can still even like slowly move up that emotional scale to get to a more positive, we'll call it radio station. I don't know. It's pretty nuts. So yeah. Your brain is like a radio.
Change your frequency.
Yeah, change your frequency. Move it around. Change the vibration. Move it up, move it down, whatever you're needing. Slow it down, speed it up, right? It's just like a microwave. You can't see it, but you know that it works. You know that it's there, right? Like, the question, too, I've been thinking of recently, too, is like, do you know all of the intricacies of how a car is run? All you know is I put gas in it, and it turns on, and it goes. I don't know how it works. I know how to use it. Right? I know what to do with it. So like, how can you look at your life in that way? I don't know how the fuck I got here. Right? I don't know how I breathe at night without thinking about it. I don't know how I'm breathing right now without thinking about it. I don't need to know. I just need to know what to do with it. That's it. I'm just a vessel. Right? Just filtering through. This is stuff I think about when I'm by myself.